Okay, these are some very important features when you get into mining that must be changed on Windows 10. The most important thing you want to focus on is the default settings for power and sleep. Windows will typically put your computer monitor to sleep after 5 or 10 minutes. It'll turn your hard drive off after 20 minutes. So you want to go to additional power settings, change plan settings, change advanced power settings, and change the hard disk to, you reduce this down to less than 1 and it'll go to never. So it never turns your hard disk off. You'll also want to change wireless adapter settings. Some of them will have low or medium. You want the maximum performance for your wireless adapter. The sleep, it'll also have sleep after 20 minutes. Turn that to never. You never want the thing to go to sleep while mining. Hybrid sleep, turn this to off. Hibernate, never. Allow wake timers, enable. USB selective suspend. I think I just left that as an enabled. Power button, PCI Express link state power management. You want to change that to off. You don't need it to have any power management. You want that to constantly run your PCI Express ports. Processor power management. Don't think I did anything with that. That wasn't very important. Multimedia display. You can have it set to 5 minutes to turn your monitor off. You don't need it to be on very often, but enable brightness, no. So apply all those settings, and I'm going to go back into it and make sure that it kept those settings. Yeah, so 5 minutes and never. So that's what you want to have for your power settings. Another important feature is if you're using wireless internet, so you're using Wi-Fi, you'll go into the Wi-Fi settings where you can see your networks. Over here on the right it says change adapter options. Click on your Wi-Fi dongle or your Wi-Fi card. Go into properties. Under configure, you'll see power management. It says allow the computer to turn this device off to save power. You don't want it to ever turn that off. And it took quite a while to figure out why my Wi-Fi was disconnecting after a couple hours. This needs to be unchecked so that it never turns that device off to save power. So it's not going to run as efficiently power-wise, but it's going to keep mining 24/7. Another thing that's very important is type in services under your search bar. And under services, this is very important. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Windows Update. You will go into properties. Change it from manual to disabled. You want to disable all Windows updates. So that's very important that that remain disabled. Otherwise, it'll try and update and block your different mining applications. It'll block anything that it thinks is a threat. Turn off any antivirus software. Oh, another thing that's very important is on the time. Sometimes when you reformat Windows or you install Windows 10, the time will be incorrect. And if it's off by 1 hour, your mining applications will not work. So you'll want to go in here and just go adjust date and time and change it to whatever time zone it is, and that'll typically change it by an hour based on whatever default time zone you have. Or you could set the time automatically to exactly what time it is, but that will prevent your mining applications from running as well. If using NiceHash to mine, you will want to go in and change one of these features, which is very important. If you've just reinstalled Windows or installed Windows 10 for the first time, it is very important to go into the settings and advanced I had a problem with this disable visual C++ redistributional check. It would notice if you have Windows installed on two different computers at the same time. Somehow it sends a check to Microsoft and it'll disable one or the other computer, and I kept having either or computer would run. So you need to make sure this is disabled so that it doesn't see that you have two computers running the same copy of Windows at the same time. So make sure that's disabled. The settings that I run in NiceHash is auto start mining, run on startup, disable Windows error reporting, you don't need that. I've tried running the check for 5 minutes for missing GPUs and running the script to restart Windows, but it seems to end up being a problem. So I've left that off and just worked out all the bugs with making sure your power is correct, your settings, your services. And the application that I'm currently running is I'm running LOL Miner with Dagger Hashimoto. That seems to be the safest that I've found for running and mining. So I'm currently running about $40 a day. So this is before electricity cost. This is typically after electricity cost. So roughly $35 a day. Something you also want to make sure you have in check is your memory settings. I'm currently running 4 sticks of 8 GB DDR4 RAM. So you'll want to go into your system information, go to About, and System Info, Advanced System Settings. You'll want to go into Performance, Settings, Adjust for Best Performance. It takes away all the fades and the shadows on your icons and stuff that just uses memory that's not necessary. Go into Virtual Memory and hit Change. Change this from automatic page file size to custom size. What I've found is put 20,000 for the initial page size. For the maximum size, you want to put that at about 60, and that'll eliminate any problems you're having with memory failure where it can't build enough of a page size. Click Set, hit OK. You have to restart the computer before changes can take effect. Hit Apply, OK, and then restart now. So thanks for watching, guys.